Let's see.
Okay. So last lecture we talked about how to create GitHub repo, how to clone the repo to your local computer, how to make some changes. And today we're going to continue doing that, but like more practical examples. How teaching you how to create your website and put on GitHub. And so you don't need to pay anything. It's free. And so I'm going to use some of the things that we covered last time to put a nice website. Of course, you might need to spend some time to have the content, but you can have a template and then just within 5 minutes, your website will be up and running. And maybe give you an example. If you go to my website, wetlands.io, um, this is my website. Not too bad, right? You have images, you have figure, you have like navigation. It's also in GitHub, so it's free. You can do whatever you want. You can have something very much similar, and then you can have it running pretty soon. Oops, you should also be able to see. In this one is because the block the JavaScript. Anyway, um, so we're gonna show you step by step how to do that, how to get a template, and how to just make some contents. This is useful because later on when you create a website for your Python package, you need to have a documentation like up and running for people to look up the content. And that one will be automated, but for this one, it will be just, for example, creating a personal website to promote yourself. And I already posted lab one here, so you can check to take a look at lab one. It's pretty simple. So lab one is asking you to create your personal website and also a GitHub profile. So your personal website is similar to what I showed you earlier, and also a GitHub profile is going to look something like this. So if you go to your GitHub repository, you're going to have your homepage something like this. If you are new users, probably right now is pretty much empty. There's not much going on in there. But I want you to have something like this. So you can have basically your personal website and also your GitHub profile. And this essentially is just one file. I'm going to show you the GitHub profile. We'll probably cover the next lecture if we don't have time to do it today. But for this lecture, I'm going to show you how to create a website like this with a simple template. Okay, and after you're done, all you need to submit these two links on Canvas, and you should be good to go. So, all right, so let's get started. So, where do we actually create a website? Okay, and GitHub allows you to create as many websites as you want, unlimited. So you can create many websites. I have so many, for example, Python packages. Each of them has a website hosted, and it's all free. So what we're going to do here is to create a new website. And so follow me here step by step. Make sure you follow instructions, otherwise it may not work. And first, create a new repository. Okay. So if you go to the new repository, from here, you just select yourself, and the name of the repository is very important. Unless you have created a website before, here what you need to type in is your username. So whatever username you choose. So for me, it will be GSWQS, and then .github.io. Okay, it needs to be your username. Don't change it needs to be exactly the same, otherwise it won't work. So whatever you have in here, repeat it, and then .github.io. Make sense? And for me, because I already have one before, it doesn't work. It doesn't allow me to, because this is basically the entry point to your website. But you can have a like kind of like this is the utk.edu. Okay, you can only have one, and then after that you can slash geography slash computer science whatever. You can have many sub level, second level website later. But for now, you need to create your top level. So this is the one that pointing to your website, and you can just type in a description, something simple. For example, this is 1 second. Let me, because I already have one, it doesn't work. Let me change my website. Okay, you don't need to follow me on this one. I'm going to change the previous one so that I can show you later. So I can change the name. Again, you won't have this one. So I'm just going to maybe EMP. I can change it back later. So they can show it in real time. So I'm going to create a new repository. Again, the same thing. If you already did it, just hold. Okay, wait. Okay, gswks.github.io. Okay, now it says whatever github.io is available, and you can type this is my personal website. Okay, whatever you want to type there, and let's do this. Let's add this one. Add a new README file. Okay, and from here, I think I'm not sure if they have HTML. If not, let's see. Yeah. Anyway, if not, you can just skip it. Just ignore it, and you can have a license. I can just select MIT license. Okay, similar to what we did last time. That's it. Okay, and again, double check the name. Your username .github.io. Otherwise, it won't work. Okay, then just create repository. And here right now we have just a simple website. It should be here. If you go to actions, take a look at this one. You should see this pages build and deployment. Make sure you see this one. Otherwise, that means your website is not, your repo name is not incorrect. Do you see that?
If you get started with.
Oh, so you haven't that. So if you scroll down, is there anything in there? Scroll down. I don't know if there's any. Let me take a look. Oh, configure it. Then just there's a configure it button. See if you can click the configure it.
Forward. Yeah, that.
Interesting. It should be automated. Yeah, just a simple one, and then click, and then just commit changes. See if it works. Yeah, click and then commit changes. Probably they change something, so it used to be automated. And see if you see anything. By default, you should not need to do anything. You just need an empty markdown file. And so again, after you click the commit changes and come back to the interface, see if you can see this one, pages and build deployment.
See it.
Yeah, and then if you click it, does it have anything?
Yeah, so you just go through the.
Yes. And then go to settings. So if you go to the settings, and then on the left side, pages. Okay, on the under the call and automation pages. And see if you can see this one. Your site is live at something. Do you have that? No? That probably because GitHub next something. Let's see. Oh, okay. So if you don't have that one, you can say let me double check. It's probably something has changed over here. So if this is no this one, say the branch, and then see if we click the main. Do you see that one? Yeah. Main or master or something? Select this one and then click save. Let me see here. Click the branch, and then on the drop down list, select main, and then click save. Okay, and then it should maybe take a couple seconds. Let me see here. Yeah. So click this one here, main, and then click save. Yeah, it's the building, so you will be fine. So if you click, select the main, and then if you come back to here, you should be you can click. It says building, blah blah blah, and then after that it should say deploy. If you see the green button, then you can click the link. No. Oh, it says queue, so it's still waiting. Anyone can see this one? And can you click the link? Open it up. That means your GitHub repo is incorrect. Let me come here. Let me show you. Take a look at the name. Please, your GitHub repo name is
nathancircles.github.io. It's the second tab.
because you do not have a README file.
Oh, okay.
So you need to add at least a README file. Otherwise, there's nothing on the page.
Okay.
So if you just like
Yeah, you can type whatever.
home page or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's work.
I don't have a main branch, but I have an initial.
Initial?
Yeah.
Why? Why your repo is initial? That's interesting.
I don't know. Every time I keep.
Did you make some changes? It should be main. I think it's because you
I'll go to the
I will tell you how to change it later because your name probably in the past you messed up, you mess around and then you make changes. It should be main or master. Yes.
I already built it, but there's nothing in
Yes. So here, like I said, click the config. I think it's because GitHub makes some changes. In the past, it's automatic, and then just commit changes, and click commit changes. Okay, and then come to settings, pages, and then from the branch, click main. Save.
default.
Any other issues? Yeah, like I said, it needs to be GitHub.io without the flags or anything. You cannot add anything at the beginning, so you can go to settings, and then change the name. Remove this hyphen. Okay, like I said, your GitHub repo name, it should be your username.github.io, nothing else. If you add something at the beginning, add something at the end, don't do that, okay? It's not going to work.
Don't use your
Oh no, username.github.io, your username.github.io. That's it. It needs to be exactly like that, otherwise it won't work. Okay? Anyone, can you see that the website now?
Is enable actions.
Let me see. Enable GitHub Actions. Oops. Unable to enable what? GitHub Action is currently not enabled. Huh? This is interesting. I'm not quite sure why you. Okay, let me pause the video a little bit. Okay, so now you should have this website up and running, and let's try to download a template and then put that into the override this content, because this is, think about here, this is the website with the URL and it's rendering the markdown. So if you really want, you can create a website using a markdown. You don't need like fancy content. So here, for example, this is just a text. I can add some images. So let me go back to the repo here just to show you how to add content. So last time we briefly mentioned how you can add some images. So there are two ways you can do that. You can either clone this one to your local computer, or you can just simply make changes in here. So there's a edit button, edit file. So I can click here, and then you can start writing things in here. And whatever you want, okay, you say my name is blah blah. Okay. Hello. How are you? Okay. Welcome to my fancy website. Okay. And then just commit changes. Okay. So pay attention to this one. Right now, whenever you commit any changes, and if you click the actions button, you will say pages build and deployment. So what this is doing essentially is every time you make changes, it's going to rebuild the website and it's going to deploy the website for you. So under the hood, there's some kind of a space allows you to deploy. So after it's done, you can refresh your website. You should see the new content that you just created. And this one, it might take some time, a couple seconds, minutes. It depends on how busy is the server. But you should have the updated content pretty quickly. If you want to see the detail, you can click the link and it's going to show you step by step. So here you can follow through. All you need to see this one, or the green button. And then if you click it, see, the content is being updated. So the website now is being updated. And so this is the first way to make changes. If you only make some simple changes, this is fine. But usually if you're doing like more complicated stuff, you want to clone this one to your GitHub account, to your local computer, and then using Visual Studio Code. So let me show you how to do that. We did it last time, but you can do the same thing. So open Visual Studio Code, and then similarly, just clone Git repository, okay? Clone from GitHub, okay? And it's automatically listed. For example, the website that you are editing, it should be the first one on the list. And so just click this one, find a location where you want to save the repository. I'm going to save to my downloads directory, okay? And then from here, just click select as repository destination. Okay, so basically we're just cloning the repository from computer. And then I can say open, okay? So now you should have this one on your computer and double click the README file, right? So here you can see, you can make the changes and then just push the changes. So this time I'm going to, for example, add a GIF animation, for example. So last time were not able to do that. I also have a typo here, so I need to fix the typo, right? And Visual Studio Code is pretty intelligent. If you install the code spell checker, it should show you something in here. So anytime you have typos, I can just fix it here. Okay. So next, let me add some funny GIF animation. So I'm going to come here, search funny GIF. Okay. You can add any images or videos or anything you like. I'm just going to show you example. Okay. I'm going to use the same one. Okay. So once I'm here, let me click this one. Oops. And I'm going to click this the download GIF animation, and you will see the link when you hover your mouse. Okay, it's going to show at the lower left corner. I'm going to just right click and then copy linked address. Okay, if I copy the link address, then I can come back to here. Okay, so this is the markdown. We'll talk about more later when we are building the website for the package. But for now, if you want to add any images to the documentation, to the markdown, again, exclamation, square brackets, and then curly brackets. Not curly brackets, parentheses. Okay. So this is essentially how you add an images to a markdown file. Okay. And if you want to preview what it looks like on your Windows operating system, is Control-Shift-V. Control-Shift-V. See? Nice. So I have text, I have some images. Okay. I forgot like what's Mac computer. So on Linux it's Control-K, Control-V.
Command-V.
Command-V. Okay, perfect. So on Windows is Control-Shift-V. K. Okay. Control-Shift-V. Okay. And then you should have this one preview. And this is what it looks like. Then Control-S. To save the file, you can click this one here. If you want, for example, you can click the changes. You will be able to see like what changes have I made, right? And next, just push the changes back to GitHub. Then you are good to go. So I'm going to say add a GIF, okay? On Visual Studio Code, Control Enter. Okay. So I'm going to push the commit the changes, and then just say sync. Click sync changes. It should push the changes to GitHub. And let me go to the GitHub and come to here. Refresh. So you should be able to see. Oops, why is not coming up? Interesting. Is it this file is too big or something? It should load up. So let me show you here. Ah, interesting. Let me try the other one. Okay, div map. And how about this one? Okay, I'm going to copy the link here. Copy link address. Be the same. Okay. And I'm going to click this download button. Right click. Okay, let me download the file. Just add this one. Downloads. Yeah, basically it's the direct link. Where's the direct link? Anyway, let me see if this one is working or not. Okay, yeah, it works. It's just not on GitHub, but one after it's rendered, it should show up on the website. So it works. Again, you need to wait until you see the GitHub actions. It's built and it's green, and then you'll be good to go. The only difference is here, GitHub does not render this one on the GitHub repository. But after it's rendered on the website, then it works just fine. Okay. Yes. So for example, again, I can make changes to GitHub. All you need to do is to just sync the changes to your local. So similarly, like here, I can say, I can click here and I can like add a new line. Okay. That's it. And you can like have different sections. You can have headings. For example, I can add 2 hashtags. Is the heading level 2. Okay. I can say intro section. Okay. And then I can add another heading here. This is called, for example, demos. Okay. And I can just keep commit changes. Again, we cover more later, but right now this is just a basic markdown with text and images. And so I've made changes on GitHub, right? Right now, if you come back to your Visual Studio Code, right now here it should be automatic, or you can come here. There's a refresh, but not refresh. If you see the button here, sync changes. So it should be automatic. If you come back to right now, see this one, the changes is not here yet. But on the left side, if you click the source control, do you see your buttons becomes blue? And then just click sync changes. And it should be putting the changes to your local computer. Does it work? Okay. Yeah, you can. You can either way. You can do it like 2 ways. So let me show you if you really want to. Let me see if there's any where are the images. Let me show you here. Right. And I can go to my home repo here. I can just copy this like URL. For example, this is the let's show here. Like this is the URL to the leaf map logo. And copy this one. You can find any images. Again, it needs to be direct link. Okay, that should not be a website. So here, this is a link to the file. I can come back to here on GitHub, right? And if I want, I can do here. Click this one, and then I can paste the URL here. Again, exclamation and then square brackets and parentheses. It's not nice parentheses. And here, commit changes. See, it's here. And you can do the same thing. I can pull the changes back to my computer. You might need to wait a little bit, or you can need to refresh. So if it is not, you don't see the green, the blue button, you can come here, the three dots here, click the three dots, and then pull changes. If you click pull changes, it will automatically pull that. You see? So now I have this one also pulled from my GitHub. And similarly, you can Control Shift V on your keyboard to preview. So now I have this image, I have GIF animation, pretty simple. So it's two ways. You can do it either way. Questions? So next, this really right now this is using the Markdown, so it's just a README file. So by default, GitHub is going to render the website using this README.md. But if it has other HTML content in there, it's going to render the HTML. So next, let me show you how you can easily like find a template and then just put it into there and then just put changes. So the website that I'm going to show you here, the template that might be useful is called HTML5app.net. I think the link, I also put the link, I think somewhere here, resources. Yeah, put the link in here. Let me see. If not, let me put the maybe the resources. Anyway, let me put the link in here. It's called HTML5app.net. Okay. So I see here. Let me add a new one. I'm gonna say, let me copy the link and paste in here in case if you want it. Oops, it's too big. Okay, and I'm going to paste the link in here. There are other template. You can find any template you like. Okay, and I'm gonna publish. Okay, can you go to this website now? And just scroll down, find any template you like. It's all free. It's you don't need to pay anything. So look at the one that you like, and then just download the zip file. So let me scroll down, see if there's specific one that you can, depends on different purposes. You can use your portfolio website, for example. I like this one. Okay, you can look at the live demo to see what it looks like. Right, it's going to look like this, and pretty cool, right? When you click, it's a single file, so it's not like very complicated. It's just a single file HTML. So assume that okay, I like this one. It has been downloaded like 600,000 times. Okay, looks pretty high, and then just click the download button. Okay, it's gonna pop up, ask you where you want to download. I'm going to download to my downloads directory. Just click save. That's it. Okay, and then go to my open your downloads directory. So here is a zip file, right? You can just unzip it, or on Windows you should be able to just double click and then get into the content. Yes, and then just select the content, Control C. Okay, and go back to your repository where is your website being hosted on your computer. Then just Control V. That's it. Now your website is ready. You just need to make some changes. Then you can click open the index.html. If you double click it, it's open be something like this. So for now, you can just use a template. You don't need to make any changes yet. But if you open Visual Studio Code right now, you will see here on the left side right now it's showing you like look up new files, 45 files. Okay, so all the like all the content of the website is actually here. And so first, let's just push the changes to GitHub. Don't make any changes yet. See if you can make the website up and running. So here on the left side, you can just say anything. Okay, add website template. Okay, and then Control Enter to commit to the changes. Sync changes. So like I said, you can download any HTML template, but your website need to have a file named index.html in order to ask GitHub to render your website using this new one rather than the readme.md. Okay. So if you have a HTML, you're going to render this one first. Otherwise, you're going to use the readme.md. If there's nothing like files with this file convention, the website is going to be 404, so you will not have anything. Okay, now it's done, so I can come back to my GitHub repository, refresh. Oops, you need to go to the home page, okay? And right now on the home page, you probably still render something like this, but you should be able to see the index.html here, and you see this one is still running, so it's still pending. You might need to wait. You can check the actions. So after this one is green, okay, perfect. It's green now, and let's refresh the website, or I can go to settings and then pages. Okay, click the link, open it. Right now it's still O1 because in some case, if I refresh it, hopefully the new website will be here. See, this is my new website. How easy it is. If you're really quick, 3 minutes, it's up. So anyone? Or you just change the file. You can delete the file, you can just add a new license file. It doesn't matter.
I would need.
No, just the file. So here, if something like, for example, here, the license, you mean this one?
Yeah. Or
This-
like for.
Yeah, you can add a new one. You can add in, you can delete it if you don't like it. You can just download, for example, like Apache license or whatever. Just download the template and then replace the content in the license file. You will be the new one. Yeah.
Just a copy.
Yeah, paste, override this one. Override the license. So the uppercase license, then you'll be overwritten. And if you have a lot of file, you need to do it locally. GitHub, if you create a new file, you need to do it one by one. There's a lot of files. There's no. If you have a folder or something,
Right.
do it locally. If you only have like 1 or 2 line changes or just one single file, you can use GitHub interface. So, yeah, if you really become professional, use local. Only people don't know how to use Visual Studio Code or Git. They use the GitHub web editor version, but that's not very common if you have very complicated stuff. Yeah. Okay, anyone has the website? Nobody?
Still working on a GIF.
Git. Oh, that one you can do
I
it.
got way back there.
Okay, you can do it later. But again, download the zip file, unzip it, copy all the content, and then put it under your repository, push the changes, and then up and running. Okay. So if you forget, if you cannot follow, you can try again later. So right now, for example, this is just my website, and it's pretty cool. It's the content, of course, you need to make changes later. You also have some social media, for example, here on the lower left corner. So next, let me quickly show you, for example, or at least I can change my name so that, pretend it's me creating the website. So I'm going to go to the Visual Studio Code, and everything you need to change is actually within this index.html, nothing else. Okay. So here you can scroll down. It might looks quite intimidating, but anything you want to change, you can just do a search. For example, right now this is drain. So I can just Control F, JNE, EOE. Okay. You see, I find it here. This is the name, and this is the title, right? I can just change it to my name. Okay. And you can change your title, for example. This one you need to know some HTML, but it's not that complicated. There's a template there. You can change images, you can change figures. Okay, and then just Control C. And so here it should like show you the changes that I made. Okay, I can say update my name. Okay, Control Enter, push the changes. That's it. And so most of the git command is pretty much just make changes and then just commit the changes, push to GitHub, wait for it to render, and then once it's done, you can preview the website. So one more thing I want to show you here, pay attention, is that you can put your link right now, because this is your website and there's no link in here. People, it's difficult, like what's your website? You can type the URL directly, or you can come here, go to settings, and then pages. Okay, so you can get the URL from here. Let me just right click, copy the link, and then go to settings, general. No, here. Go to homepage. Sorry, and then upper right here, there's a about section. If you click the about icon, and so here you can actually enter the URL. You can say use your GitHub Pages website. If you check the box, then your URL should be here. Okay, and then I can just type save changes. Okay, so now we have this one here. You can have the link on your website, and then next time you can just click open it and refresh. See, nice. My name, my type, my you can add contents, right? You can scroll down and up. Pretty simple. So it costs you nothing. It's free, and you can have a website up and running for your personal. So when you're graduating, it's nice to have a website people can go through. Right now, this is using something.github.io, but you can customize your domain. If you purchase a domain, you can actually customize it. So pretty much similar. This is what, for example, this is my domain, wetland.io, right? It's not, but under the hood is a something.github.io. Okay. So if you want a custom domain, you need to go to settings. You probably don't have this one right now. It's totally fine. But if you go to pages, and here, this is where is your custom domain. So depends on where you purchase your domain. You need to have your domain pointing to GitHub, and then when you put the link in here, for example, this is my website, right? Wetlands.io. When you click save, it's going to add a new file to there. But you need to basically ask the domain registrar to add the what's they call the verifying managing custom domain for GitHub Pages website. You need to add something like this, for example. Anyway, it's a bit complicated. You need to add this like on the the wherever you purchase the domain, and then pointing to this. So when people go to, for example, wetlands.io, the domain registrar is going to send the traffic to GitHub, and GitHub knows that you are registered for this website, and then you link, right? So under the hood is doing something like this. Similarly, right? When people go to gmap.github, right? This is the domain I purchased. But when you go to the website, it doesn't say that like this. But under the hood is actually coming from here. So let me show you where is the website being hosted. So it's actually under here, and not under here. It's under. Anyway, let me show you the other one. Maybe leaf map, for example. How about this? Leaf map. Okay. So leaf map.org, right? This website is hosted on GitHub. So it's actually under this opengos.github.io. This is the organization, so it looks different. But if you come here and then something.github.io, it's going to redirect because I have the custom domain. So in here, but if you go to this one and then type leaf map, you see it's redirecting. So this website basically, when people visiting leafmap.org, it's pointing to the GitHub website. So the URL open something blah blah is actually from here. So if I show you under, where is it? So it's here under settings, right? And got under pages. Do you see this one? Leafmap.org, right? So I pointing to this one, and then you can have the website hosting on GitHub. But when people visiting, they don't know it's on GitHub. Understand? So if you want, you can go to, like, for example, GoDaddy or any website you like. There are lots of websites. Or Google domain or something. I mean, Google domain is going away. So for example, you can search any domain. Usually, it's like $1 for the first year, and then after that is like $10 or something like that. So you can have a website for yourself. Say it again.
Per month $1?
One a year. Yeah. So it's not if you have a popular one, it's already taken or it's going to be expensive. So for me, I can maybe say what's the name that I want to choose, like GIS is so cool. Probably it's too long. Nobody is going to use this name. I can guarantee. Otherwise, I'll be upset. You see, 1 cent. GS is probably a typo here anyway. Nobody's going to remember the name. But you see, can make it yours. Like 1 cent for the first year, and then you just like say, make it yours, add to your cart, and then you can use multiple, right? For example, here you can choose like different org, right? For example, leafmap.org, gmap.org, or AI something is going to be, of course, it's going to be expensive. You just type GIS, it's probably already taken. There's no way you can get that. Those are usually like, okay, and this is like thousands of dollars, like 2,000 something like that. You don't want that. But I think I have a look. I have.
I see a GIS dots.
Really? Oh yeah.
Only 1,000 a year.
Yeah, you can buy any. Like, for example, you just have one up-and-one. You just pay 1 cent, and then so for me, usually I buy 10 years because you can usually get a discount like 20-30% off, and then you don't have to worry about the renewal. So you pay maybe I don't know how many, $100, 10 years. Not bad. If you want to have a website, but you need to come up with one that's unique, easy to remember, and also like maybe something tied to your name or whatever. So I have quite a lot of domains that I have before, but anyway, so this is like, unless you already have a domain, for now just use something.github.io. That's it. Okay, I don't want to make too complicated, but at least this is something that you can build easily, and essentially this is what you need for lab 1. Just show me the website, click submit the link on Canvas. And so in the next lecture, I'm going to show you how to create a GitHub profile. It's kind of similar to your personal website, but it's on your GitHub homepage. And again, all you need is just to learn from other people, and then just copy and paste. It becomes yours. That's it. You just need to learn how to steal the content from other people. If it's fancy, it's all like, mine's not very fancy, but you can look at out of it. There are a lot of fancy stuff. So all you need to do is just to see where this one coming from. And then you can go to the repo. This is just a single file. You see here, it's a markdown. So you need to know basically markdown to be able to create a content, but it's simple. It's the simple plain text. You can have images, you can have text, you can have hyperlinks, you can even have video, all kind of stuff in here. And it's pretty cool. So at least you have a homepage that when people visit, they know a little bit more about you. For example, I have some of these, how many Python Jupyter notebook, like, and you have some cool badges in here, right? And for example, more than 100,000 people already visit. No, more than 100,000 people. It has been visited more than 100,000 times, right? So at least you can show the indicator how many people are visiting. You can have a website, you can have links. I can, for example, have some link navigate to my YouTube channel, for example. So this is something you can certainly do using on GitHub. Very simple and easy to do. Questions? Okay, so if you have created the website, then you are done. You don't need to do ordinary squad. If not, then watch the video and then have that up and running. I guarantee you it should work. Unless your account cannot activate GitHub Actions, then I don't have a solution for you right now. But other than that, if you have any questions, let me know. Happy to help you. And then you will have your first personal website for free up and running. Okay. That's all for today. Have a good weekend. I will see you next Monday.